good day, and welcome to another episode of Word Monday. I'd love to know how you're doing and what time you're watching this video. If you're seeing it in the morning, I'd love to know. If you're seeing it in the afternoon, evening, or night, I'd also love to know. So I would love to see your reply in the comment box regarding when you're watching this video and how far it has blessed you. God bless you for joining in once again. So on today's episode, we'll be handling the book of Malachi, and we see that the author of Malachi is unknown, but there's a substantial debate regarding this book's author. One of the Targums regard Ezra as the author of Malachi. It is also important to know that the word Malachi is merely a transliteration of a Hebrew word meaning my messenger. It is more of a title than a name. So what it means is that Malachi is not a name. It is just a transliteration of a Hebrew word. In other words, it's a translation of a Hebrew word which means my messenger. So the meaning of Malachi is my messenger. So it's not a name. That's what it's trying to say. So moving on to our chapter-wise summary, we see that chapter 1 begins with a call for priests to get back into fellowship with God. Also, Malachi complains of Israel's unkindness. We see that in chapter 1, priests were presenting inferior sacrifices, because we see that in the book of Malachi, God said, "Where is my honor? You offer blind and lame sacrifices to me." We see the Lord asking the priests to come back to fellowship with him, and he addresses their unkindness in terms of sacrifices. He addresses the part where they sacrifice lame, blind animals. So this is what chapter 1 is all about. Moving on to chapter 2, it opens with a call for priests and God's people to come back to fellowship with the Lord. Malachi reproves the priests for neglecting the covenant, marrying foreign wives, cheating on their former wives, and for taking other gods. Just like we saw in the book of Ezra, which we summarized weeks ago, we saw that the Lord was against the priests and the Israelites taking wives from foreign lands. That is the same thing that was handled here. You see that Ezra, who is the writer of Malachi, reproves priests and the Israelites from taking foreign wives, neglecting and cheating on their former wives, and taking upon themselves gods, taking other gods that is not the God that they are worshiping. So that's what chapter 2 is all about. So in chapter 3, we see the promises of God to those who fear and reverence him. We also see that God does not forget those who serve, fear, and reverence him. So in chapter 4, we see God's judgment on the wicked and his blessing on the good people. So we see that the author wrote, "The day of the Lord is coming like a furnace." So it's reminding us that the day of the Lord is coming soon, and it shall be like a refiner's fire. He's going to refine, he's going to judge. A blessing, or better put, an inheritance, is waiting for the good ones. So as the day of the Lord is coming, he's going to be doing two things. He's going to be blessing and he's going to be judging. So it's up to us to pick a side today. Either choose to remain adamant and keep doing what the Lord has warned against, or we choose to stay on the good side and receive God's blessings. The choice is ours to make today. Just like I said last week, this place was written to the people of Israel, quite alright, but it is in turn written to us, the Christians, to listen, adhere to God's word, and to keep away from the things that the Lord has warned against, and continue on the good paths. So yeah, it's a wrap on the book of Malachi. See you same time, same place next week. God bless you. Thank you for joining us once again. God bless you. This is Word Monday.